Starting off this exciting project that I know we both are so ready to have done, we are gonna be moving this temporary sink out of here.
We've been looking forward to this for a long time because once we get this out of here and we build this cabinet, this end of the inside of our home will be complete. Well, this wall and all the cabinets included. You know what I mean.
So the first thing that we are working on is actually getting this temporary unit out of here. So that means that for a few days or however long this takes us, maybe a day, wishful thinking.
Way too much faith.
We will be going without a sink. So we are going to be setting up this temporary one that we got for the utility room.
The original plan was for this, I don't know, I think it's called a form sink, form something, I don't know, I'm not sure. Lydia bought this thing and we were going to use this for a temporary sink. And I absolutely detest this thing, just to be honest with you. I've never liked them, I don't like the looks of them, anything about them. But we have it and we own it, so we're gonna use it while we're building this thing.
Like Jim was saying, originally we were gonna put the sink right where these cabinets are back here, but last minute we went ahead and got these two temporary cabinets. So we have this one that is just to my left right here, that is for the island that we have temporary set up with our stovetop in it, and we have the sink set up back here. So eventually they are both gonna go, and the sink is definitely gonna be going a lot sooner than this island, but the island should be coming right after this sink. Fingers crossed. So in the meantime, Jim's gonna go ahead and get this sink rigged up and ready, and we are gonna go ahead and put it back in the utility room. Apparently, this is not gonna be the permanent sink that lives in our utility room, but it'll absolutely work for now, and we have had this thing sitting in the house since, oh man, a long time. Like, we've probably had this in here for over a year and we just never had a reason to hook it up. So we're gonna get this thing put in place, get this sink moved out of the way, and prepped up and ready for the morning.
We've got, let's see what we have. We got two perch and two water bugs.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa, what's up in the front? Look.
A few years ago, whenever we were still in the camper, we were dipping in a lot of the holes around here, especially in those wet years. We have consistent rain that stays in a lot of the holes, and whenever I say holes, I mean like ditches on the side of the road, these little ponds, anywhere that will hold water. So a few years ago, and I'll put some clips in right here because it was so neat, we had our fish tank full of just fish that were native to this area. So we had little catfish, we had jackfish, we had bass, we had all these really, really cool fish that were just from this area. So that's what we're gonna try to get back to and get our tank ready for. We do know that we have a million things going on, but Lad absolutely loves to see the fish. So we thought, what a better way than to teach her and educate her than to bring some into our home and even show her how the life cycle starts. So we got 2 perch now and a little bass. So we're gonna go to the other hole and see what we can find. Jimway.
Well, you know, it's one of them things. I get all the neighbors to save their stuff. My mom and dad saved this for me, and it's perfect. You can put the lid on it, drive, the water won't slosh up and hit you. Hey, Tupperware, next level.
Yeah, we definitely ain't too good for that butter container Tupperware, are we?
You know, we are those people. When you open the refrigerator and you go to grab the butter, it could be rice and gravy from yesterday. I'm just saying.
What you putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
Y'all hear us talk about how often we lose power, and being down here in Louisiana, this heat is unbearable, especially this time of year. So we knew that we needed something powerful yet portable to be able to cool us down. Introducing the Ice Cove, the ultimate solution to beat the heat. It's not just your ordinary cooling device, it's a game changer. With a whopping 2,500 BTU of portable cooling, the Ice Cove packs a punch that leaves its competitors in the dust. With the portable feature, we can set the Ice Cove up wherever we are working with no hassle. And it's eco-friendly too. The Ice Cove uses R290 coolant that meets EU environmental standards. But wait, there's more. Its viscosity life is twice as long as the coolant commonly used by other companies. Need to take a chill on the go? Not a problem. The Ice Cove can run natively off 110 power or offer 4 to 6 hours of cooling on a full charged battery. It's like having a portable snowstorm right in your hands. They definitely did not skimp on the quality either. The Ice Cove is made with top-notch materials, including a lithium ion phosphate battery for amazing battery life. No more worrying about your cool air suddenly turning lukewarm. And here's the best part. It's whisper quiet. Even at high levels, the Ice Cove only offers a soothing white noise. So go ahead, enjoy a cool breeze while you're sleeping in the wild. It's like being serenaded by the Arctic. The Ice Cove is more versatile than ever. Whether you need to cool down a small room, a camper, a trailer, a van, a tent, or even keep your furry animals cool in the car, the Ice Cove has got you covered. It's powerful portable AC for any use scenario. We used to worry on these hot summer days that we were gonna overheat, but now that we have our Ice Cove, we have the coolest cat in town. It's compact, powerful, and it can even save you from the heat during a camping trip. Plus, it's so quiet that it doubles as a white noise machine. So don't sweat it this summer. Get y'all an Ice Cove to take wherever you go. It's the ultimate portable AC that's powerful, eco-friendly, and won't leave you hanging in the heat. So say goodbye to those sweaty days and hello to cool adventures with the Ice Cove. All the details are going to be listed in the description below, and thank you Sunjoy for sending us our own Ice Cove and sponsoring this video.
Well, the area we had the 2 traps set earlier, we had very minimal success. We caught 2 little bitty perch and 1 little tiny bass, and that was about it. We're moving these 2 traps to a different place in the swamp. We're using the old fish feed and the pantyhose trick, so we'll see how that pays off for us. So hopefully this new location will get us some bait and maybe something interesting for a little aquarium.
Are you gonna help Daddy catch a fish?
Perfect. Perfect.
Hi.
So we came back here to our typical fishing spot to just dip a few times, and look at this little bass that Jim caught.
Another little bitty fella.
Should we put him in the tank?
I don't know. What do you think? We already got one. Yeah, let's let him go.
Okay.
The first thing that we're going to do before we get started on this section of cabinets is change the blade miter saw. I can't tell you how many people has reached out, left us comments or whatever and said you really need to get that junky blade off of that new saw and get you a good Diablo fine tooth blade. Well, this is what we got. We have a Diablo 100 tooth blade to cut all this trim and all these little cabinet pieces. And I think that you're right. I think this is going to give us a much smoother finish. I'm hoping. And we're going to get this thing swapped out and see what it does. And y'all remember, if you're doing this at home, these saws have left-handed threads. And if you're a goob like me with propane bottles or left-handed threads, I do have a problem stripping them because I'll forget and turn it the wrong way 90-ish% of the time. So try not to do that with this new saw.
Yeah, most people, whenever things don't go on, they stop and try and figure out what the problem is. But one of Jim's faults is that instead of doing that, he just pushes it harder.
In all actuality, sometimes it just needs a little more nudge, you know?
No.
It's just a fact.
While Jim's doing this, let me show y'all something that my father just sent me because it's so stinking funny, and he's not the only one. The amount of images of Crocs that we get on the weekly is absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna put a little slideshow right here of the emails or the Instagram messages or wherever y'all end up finding us to send us this stuff. I'm telling y'all, it is so stinking funny. Everybody always sends us all this Croc information, and here's the one of the day so far. Y'all, it's a Croc croissant. You okay? You've barely touched your croissant.
That's funny.
Oh.
We love Crocs and all the accessories.
I know, y'all don't ever stop sending us those. Please.
What is a Captain Crocs without Captain Croc accessory?
I will not be making you Captain Croc croissants for the record.
Okay, I think this is ready to go. And right here it says ultimate polished finish. So maybe whenever I get done cutting these boards, I can take this off there and wash my truck with it.
This also over 100-degree weather has got the gun show out. All right, let's actually put them to work. What we want to do whenever it comes to this side of the house cabinets, we really want to match what we already have going on the side that just has all of our drawers, all of our top cabinets, and we're really going to be focusing on those bottom cabinets today. So we're going to get the exact height off those so that way whenever you look across, it's the same plane.
She's exactly right. We're trying to match our drawers.
What are yours?
It's looking like they're going to be brown. Well, the wood's brown. No, but she's right. We're beginning our measurement from the highest point in the floor. Because if you start at the highest point in the floor, the lowest point in the floor, you can pick it up or down. If you start at the lowest point, you can't push it down through the concrete if you need to. So we're trying to get the highest point to build this frame out, and we can always shim or whatever we need to do to get it perfect from there.
Okay, so this was the first cut with the blade. What are your thoughts?
Very impressed. Look how smooth that is. It just went through that like butter.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark, against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
For the record, do not buy Franklin sensors. Obviously not sponsored. This does not work very well. So if y'all have a good suggestion about a good stud finder, please drop it in the comments because Franklin sensors has got to go.
And I know that it doesn't work because sometimes I put it in my pocket while I'm walking around. It never even goes off.
I was in the dark, against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way.
Next step is build a frame that's gonna go on the ground. So even though our overall length is 10 foot 6 inches of this top board where the countertop's gonna be, we're only gonna be cutting this bottom frame 9 foot. And we'll get to that in just a second. We've got some things up our sleeve that we really have been wanting to try, so let's go ahead and get this bottom put in first, and then we'll show y'all exactly what we're thinking on doing for this countertop.
So this being the highest point on the floor, to the laser level line, it shows 32.5. So we're gonna screw the back board to this base frame to the wall, and we're gonna make sure it's screwed in at exactly 32.5.
So now that we've gotten to the point where we need to start putting in the bracing in the middle, we needed to get our sink out to see exactly what size it was. We are going to be putting the sink right here in the center of these two 2x4s. So the center is going to be even with that line right there. The overall width of our sink is going to be 30 inches. So that's what we measured, 15 inches off the center on the front and the back. That way we can still set our sink in and not have any bracing in the way.
Boop it.